In this video, we'll look at the Kailash Mansarovar road. Before that, let's look at some of the places. First, point 1. The Delhi to Darkhila highway ends here, and starts the Kailash Mansarovar road. The pointed yellow line represents the international border and the dim flat yellow line represents the Kailash Mansarovar road. Second, point 2. The roads connected with bridge, crossing the Kali River from Indian territory to Nepali territory at Ganji. Point 2.w, west of Kali River. Point 2.e, east of Kali River. Third, point 3, the area west of Kali River. Now, let us see and discuss those places in more detail. First, point 1. Here, the Delhi to Darkhila highway ends and Kailash Mansarovar road starts. It's a long road. Let's follow the Kailash Mansarovar road. Second, point 2. Bridge crossing Kali River from Indian territory to Nepali territory at Gunji. So, this is the area of road where it steps from Indian land to the Nepali land. Point 2.W, west of Kali River. Point 2.E, east of Kali River. We'll see it more clearly, a little later. Third, point 3, the area west of Kali River. Now, the road construction should have gone from point 2.W to point 3 onwards, as point 3 lies in the west of the Kali River. But, the Kailash Mansarovar road construction was carried out from point 2.W to point 2.E onwards, trespassing the pure Nepali land. Nepal objected it and the border dispute aroused sharply. Nepal has been trying to talk with the Indian government on the issue, but Indian diplomats are seen busy somewhere else and neglecting the issue, and Indian politicians, so-called social activists, and Indian media started creating propaganda. We have already discussed all of the historic, scientific and geographical aspects of this issue in our previous videos, Part 1 and Part 2. We highly recommend you see those videos for a better understanding of this issue, rather being the prey of the biased and fake news being circulated in the Indian news channel run in both Hindi and English languages. Now, let us talk on some of the genuine questions we got from social media. Indian media running in both Hindi and English languages were busy in spreading propaganda, rather than going for factual analysis. No worries. We have decided to do it for you. 1. Why didn't Nepal oppose the road construction, as the road construction work was going from 8 or 10 years ago? Dear lovely people, road construction was all right to the west side of the Kali River when it started and was work on progress. As the road construction crosses point 2.W to 2.E onwards, it's trespassing to Nepal's land. This is the problem. All that called 8 or 10 years of road construction, Kailash Mansarovar road, was from point 1 to point 2.W, west side of the Kali River, and the road construction should have gone towards point 3 from point 2.W, but it went towards point 2.E. So, as the road construction project entered the Nepali land, Nepal objected it. 2. If Kalapani belongs to Nepal, how is there the presence of Indian army? Also, why didn't Nepal put LIMPIYADHURA on its map before? After India lost the 1962 Sino-India War, Indian Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru wrote a letter to King Mahendra requesting to place an army base at Kalapani. King Mahendra, via Nepal's ambassador in Delhi Yadunnath Khanal, allowed a temporary border post. Such cooperation was not unusual. In 1952, freshly independent India helped restructure the Royal Nepal Army, RNA, at the request of the Nepal government and provided radios and operators at 17 border posts along Nepal's border with China. Although the checkpoints had Indian personnel, they remained totally under RNA control. Nepal always maintained authority in its northern border, despite Indian presence in checkposts. Eventually, in 1969 Prime Minister Kurtinibista got India to withdraw all its 17 checkpoints. Contrary to what has been reported, the Kalapani base was not a part of those 17 border posts. It was an Indian Army base in Tisalkaka, the original name of Kalapani, which commanded the access to the strategic Lipulekh gap on the Chinese border, for which King Mahendra had granted temporary permission after the 1962 Sino-India War. Indian scholars claim Kalapani is in Indian territory because its army base has always been there. But there is no record of them being there before 1962, the exception to be 1952, where India helped restructure the Royal Nepal Army, RNA, at the request of the Nepal government, and few Indian army tents were seen at Kalapani. Please see our part 1 video at 31 minutes 45 seconds, report document page 22 as a reference. To back up its claim now, India says that the Pandan Kali temple at Kalapani point to Lipulekh as the main source of the Kali. But the Tibetan name for the main river flowing down from LIMPIYADHURA is Kuti, aka Kuti Yangtai River. See part 1 video at 19 minutes 20 seconds. Report document page 13, 14 and 15, and part 2 video at 39 minutes 42 seconds, which means Black River. The Pandan temple were built later and made to look ancient, while the Tibetan names were changed to Devanagari to support India's claim that the small stream was the border and to set up its border post there. In this way, when asked to remove the camp in Kalapani, the Indian side created a dispute on the territory on the base of the Sugarloaf Treaty. Then, the disputed issue on Kalapani was handed over to a study team with an agreement for not including the disputed area by both the countries in their respective political maps until finalization of the dispute. This is why LIMPIYADHURA was not included in Nepal's old map. It is also understandable that the 1990 People's Movement, Nepalese Royal Massacre, 2001, 2006 People's Uprising, the Maoist insurgency, and the Terai Uprising made Nepal more involved in its internal crisis and the map issue was not updated. But now the government of Nepal has considered to solve it permanently. See the figure as shown in the screen. An old map of Nepal, 1975, left incomplete in the LIMPIYADHURA region. So, this is it. This is not only Nepalese view, but also of the veteran Indian journalist Anand Swarup Verma. Have a look at what Anand Swarup Verma says on this issue in the interview with Ajatak Radio.
और भारत दोनों देशों के रिश्ते उतने पुराने कहे जाते हैं जितना हिमालय है। पर्वत के एक पार भारत और दूसरी ओर नेपाल। नेपाल के बहुत सारे लोग हमारे यहाँ नौकरी करते हैं और भारत के तमाम लोग वहाँ खरीदारी करने और रोजमर्रा के कामों के लिए जाते हैं। लेकिन बीते कुछ दिनों से दोनों देशों के बीच सीमा के आसपास के इलाकों को लेकर खींचतान चल रही है। नेपाल ने एक नया नक्शा बनाया है जो भारत को मंजूर नहीं है। हमारी सहयोगी माधुरी ने वरिष्ठ पत्रकार आनंद स्वरूप वर्मा से बात की और उनसे पूछा कि इस मसले को बातचीत की मेज पर लाने में दिक्कत क्या हो रही।
ये विवाद कोई नया विवाद नहीं है, ये बहुत पहले से काला पानी वाला मसला जो है और लिपुलेख का भी, ये दोनों मसले बराबर चर्चा में रहे हैं। इसमें दोनों सरकारों की ढिलाई है कि इन्होंने बातचीत करके इसको सुलझाया। नेपाल के अपने जेन्युइन ग्रीवेंसेस हैं, उसको भारत देख नहीं पाता है इसलिए कि भारत एक बड़ा राष्ट्र है और उसके बाद आप कहते हैं कि ये चीन की तरफ मुखातिब हो रहा है। नेपाल के दो ही पड़ोसी देश हैं, एक भारत है और एक चीन है। अगर भारत इस तरह से करेगा तो जाहिर सी बात है कि वो अपनी मदद के लिए कहीं तो हाथ फैलाएगा। तो खैर ये मामला कुल मिलाकर बातचीत करके हल करने का है। टेबल पर बैठ करके नक्शे को रख के दोनों के अपने ग्रीवेंसेस हैं। काला पानी नेपाल का हिस्सा है, जिसको 62 के बाद जब चीन से लड़ाई हुई थी, राजा महेंद्र से अनुरोध करके भारत सरकार ने कुछ समय के लिए उसे लिया था।
ये थे वरिष्ठ पत्रकार आनंद स्वरूप वर्मा। अंग्रेजों के जमाने में ही नेपाल और भारत के बीच एक संधि हुई थी जिसमें दोनों देशों की सीमाएं तय कर दी गई थीं।